wow, wow, wow. Et que ça, 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 ça. Mais,
Mami, pues si acaso voy a tener con Napi. Ciao.
On behalf of the Palm Tours, I'd like to thank you for visiting the Island of Aruba. Also choosing the Palm Tours for the activity on the island. I'm going to be your tour guide for today and your bus driver, right? It's the weekend, so most of the people here disappear. So the bus driver didn't show up today, and so they asked me to, if I can drive the bus. Anyhow, I tried to do my best to bring it back in one piece. Folks, remember your bus number. Very important. Don't enter wrong bus. You enter wrong bus, you give me headache. So the bus number is written on the door and left hand side in front of the bus. So we have 4 stops. We go into the natural bridge, the Casibari Rock Formation, Aloe Factory, and the California Lighthouse. 4 stops, right? Okay. So, folks, 69 square miles. The population is around 110,000. Yeah, without the illegals. Yeah. Most of the illegals, they come here with the cruise ships and everything. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. On the right hand side, you see there's the runway. So we have an international airport. The first airport is across the runway. You see the small building ruin. That was the airport. Where you can see the small jets is the private airport. This airport, small one, was built in 1955. It was called the Dakota, Airport Dakota. That time Aruba used to get only 1,000 visitors a year. Yeah, 1950s, Aruba, 1,000 visitors, folks. So the first hotel of Aruba was built in 1930. And the first big hotel was built in the 1957 with 200 rooms. It was called the Aruba Caribbean Hotel. Today is the Hilton. Later I will show you. So people started to come to Aruba. By the 1970, Aruba, the government decided to build a new airport. This is this one on the right hand side. So by the year 2000, it was renovated. 2 pieces was added. Today the airport of Aruba is big enough, can handle 747 altogether. Again, this small again. So they are busy expanding the airport. First building, you can see the green roof, that is the USA departure. Most of the visitors are from the United States, around 70%, 70. 20% coming here from Latin America, and 10% from Europe. So the parking lot, you can see with the roof solar panel helps 5% with the power. So folks, here, if you are from United States, we receive like 20 flights a day. That is Monday to Saturday, Friday. Saturday we receive like 40 flights. So I recommend you, if you want to fly to Aruba one day, recommend you during the week, much better. See, not so busy. We receive like from Canada, we receive 3, sometimes 4 flights, sometimes 6 flights. We receive the Sunwing coming here, yeah, Air Canada and WestJet. Sunwing, sometimes we have like 3 flights, yeah, Sunwing in a day. Aruba, okay, here we are by the middle south side of Aruba, yeah, so we're gonna make a turn here to the left, going to the north side. This area is called Balashi. On the right hand side, the blue building you see here, there's the Balashi Brewery, the best local beer. So if you want to try a good beer of Aruba, I recommend you this one, Balashi, by the Stops Big Jam. You want to bring it on board? You bring one for me? Oh yeah, thank you. Oh, so I don't have nothing to say. No, folks, I don't drink and drive. I just drink before drive. The rule, just like that. On the right hand side is the desalination water plant. There's the water plant, the power plant. Straight ahead you can see some more smokestack. That is the east point of Aruba. That is the oil refinery. Yeah. And on the right hand side, all the mountains. That's it. Behind this mountain, you have a flat landscape like 1 kilometer, and then you have the ocean again. Folks, Aruba one time was under the ocean. If you take a look here to the right hand side, you can see the corals. This is evidence that the island was under the ocean. Look, when we get to the north side, you will see more. Look at this. Look at the corals here. So the Indians, the Kaikitillo Indians from the tribe Aruba from Venezuela, was the first habitant of Aruba. They start to build the fences like this on the right hand side with the cactus, called the cactus, and plant them. We call it tranchi. You see? Because the Indians living peaceful here till the Spanish arrived. The Spanish, they brought the animals like the donkeys, the goats. So the Indians start to get problem with the donkeys. And they start to build the fences like this one. The rocks pile on top of each other. We call it tranchi. But they still get problem with the donkeys. The donkeys use the body weight. They throw down the rocks. So they still get the lunch. So that's the reason the Indians, they start to use the cactus. We call it tranquera. You know, the cactus fences is good. I like that one because you don't have to paint it, and you have a cheap alarm system. Yeah, it never fades. You see, the people here, the houses. Yeah, you know, we as a local, we can lease a land from the government. We lease the land for 60 years, 60. So we pay like we like to have a land like 500, 600 square meter. So we built a house like 100 square meter. Yeah, and we lease the land. We pay like 300, 400 US dollar a year for 60 years. Yeah, after 60 years it's yours if you're still alive, or your family will stay with the proper or the land. Yeah. So build a house, yeah, 80 to 1, depend on the family, no? Maybe in the past the family was bigger, like we're talking about 15, 16 kids. Yeah, today, yeah, only 2 or 3. Yeah, yeah. Then in the past, you know, the people, they don't have television, so nothing else to do, right? Folks, we have an ostrich farm on the left hand side. All right. So there we have approximately 25 ostriches, some emus. They have a restaurant. They serve the ostrich meat here also. They get the meat from the ostrich farm in Curacao. In Curacao they have a bigger ostrich farm with like 400 ostriches. This area is called Bushiribana. Yeah. Bushiribana. The north side of the island, the ocean is it's rough. Normal we get 9-10 feet high here. The wind speed here is 27 knots normal, but today is calm. is not so high. Sometimes goes to 4 meters. High tide. The current is very strong. It's not recommended to swim this side of the island. This we call the natural washing machine. This entrance is called Boca Mahos. Boca means mouth. Mahos is ugly. So Boca Mahos, you translate to English, is ugly mouth. But it's a pretty one. The people, the locals, you see, come here to fish. So you can see more of the corals here to the right hand side, for the evidence that the island was under the ocean. Aruba is not a volcano. We don't have volcano here. Aruba is a result of volcano eruptions many years ago in the Caribbean. So Aruba was pushed up from the bottom of the sea. That's why you can see the corals everywhere, and you can see the rocks or the big boulders piled on top of each other everywhere. And you come to the north side, you will find the lava rocks, the black rocks. So folks, thank you for visiting the island of Aruba. The truth, you come here, we have a job. We are receiving close. Last year we had more than 800,000 visitors by cruise ships and more than 1.2 million by planes. And the 80% of the people here depend or have something to do with the tourism. 80%, 80. And the 20% depend on the 80s. So thank you, folks. The people here are friendly, feel safe. The people live like here. The people leave the door wide open and the windows. Yeah, we don't get problem with bugs or mosquitoes. You see, the people just leave the door open. Yeah, and you can see that the houses, most of the houses, the people we don't have bars to protect the windows or the doors. Yeah, Aruba, one of the safest islands in the Caribbean. The crime rate here is only 2%, folks. That's very low. Only 2%, imagine. So people feel themselves safe here. That's why the people coming here. I said, come on. Here, I'm the boss. I'm the design. I'm the head. You know what she said? She told me, you are the head, but I'm your neck. I'm twist you. Oh my God. That's so that is. Let me see. Okay, well, darling. I'll listen to you. I'm here. The refinery is closed. And she said, you see, I told you the refinery, I know that's going to happen. The refinery was closed in the year 2012. I'm still here, 10 years. So, you can go to the, on top of the boulders, you have 50 steps. You go on top, you have a view of a big part of the island. The washroom here is for free, folks. Yeah, the one in the souvenir shop, the garden also have a washroom. Sometimes they have it closed, but the souvenir shop, yeah. Or you go behind the rocks. It's for free. Yeah. So be careful if you have some plants. Okay, have a plant that's called, we call Brigamosa. It's a cactus. If you don't know the plant, don't touch the plant. The Brigamosa, you touch it, you start to rash. So be careful. Right? If you don't know the plant, don't touch the plant. So, welcome to the Casibari. And what time is it now? Let's see. Okay. 9:35. So approximately 9:55, 56. Back to the box. The left hand side is the souvenir shop. Right hand side is the garden. Watch us now.
mucha nada, festival Jonathan, elección directa, hay carnalista, la pesa, hay carne blanquita, mucha nada, yo suena, hay carnita, no baila, a no se queda bailar, awo, la ale pasa, gramba kune, gramba kune, gramba kune, gramba kune, gramba kune, pasali kune, Vamos anche da musica di upgrade music, come potete gostando di genere, a voi noci.
Côté
so hot. Right now, if it gets cloudy, we don't have mountains to hold the clouds also. So the wind will take the clouds away. See? So that's why if it rains now, it can rain let's say 4 or 5 minutes. That's it. But in the month September, October, if we get the heavy rain, we're talking about sometimes goes to 20, 24. Sometimes it goes to 30 minutes raining. Yeah. This area is called Malmok. You translate to English, this is Beverly Hills. Aruba Beverly Hills. There are spots coming up. The people here, they practice the kite surf, the windsurf. The people, they start practicing now more because in June, July, we have the International High Winds Competition. Every year. June, July is the International High Winds Competition. The hotels, Aruba, the hotels are divided in 2 sections. You have the low and the high rise. There's a high rise. Yeah, the high rise is by the Palm Beach, the low rise by the Eagle Beach. The nightclubs. Okay? So you have 2 shopping malls here. Palm Beach Plaza. You'll find the restaurant here. Taste of Belgium, yeah. Yeah, so you have the Chip Bar. It's a nice restaurant. I like this one, the Chip Bar, Argentina restaurant. You have you find the Birkenstock here also, yeah. Tommy Hilfiger, anyhow, Pandora. Oh, the restaurant just opened 2 weeks ago, Denny's. So we have Denny's here. You have Holiday Inn. This hotel, this year celebrating the 50 years anniversary. Was built in 1969. The 3rd hotel built over here with 200 rooms. Today I have 600 rooms. You have the TGI Friday sale, Lazy Turtle, Starbucks coffee, anyhow. So we have water show at night here, yeah. Music, some more shops. These shops, they stay open till midnight now. Smoky Joe's for the trips. The hotel here to the right hand side, Playa Linda timeshare, local time sharing. Playa Linda is built such system, doesn't matter which room you choose, you have an ocean view. You have Dunkin' Donuts here, Baskin Robbins, anyhow. This area we call it Little New York, folks. Everything you see here, you go to New York, you'll find them. The last hotel, this one, the Davy Phoenix, by the high rise, by the Palm Beach. By the Palm Beach, the hotels, the high rise, you see the hotels are on the beach. On the left hand side, you can see we have some construction. The Embassy Suite here, some residence. That's one, the blue residence was built 5 years ago, like $300,000 US residence here. And you have the next one is the Azurin, so 3 residence here. How was that? By the Palm Beach, the hotels are on the beach. This is the beginning of the Eagle Beach. You see, the hotels across the street, so we have easy access with your car. You park a car, you jump in the water. That's what we like. We are lazy, right? We have 7 miles of pure white sand beach. See, this beach is the 3rd best beach of the world by the TripAdvisor. Go to the TripAdvisor, find out the best beach of the world, the Eagle Beach, and sometimes you go on the internet, the people that promote the island say come to our island, nice beach. When you look, that is the Eagle Beach. That beach belongs to Aruba. They use our beach to promote the island, huh? Some islands. Believe me, that's true. I saw that. I say, that's not from your island. That's the Eagle Beach. That's the 2nd best beach in the Caribbean, folks. This beach, Eagle Beach. Yeah, and all the beaches here, all the beaches are public. So it doesn't matter here. Doesn't matter have a house, hotel on the beach. Beach is public. No one can say, hey, you can't use the beach or you have to pay for the beach. No. Yeah, that's a good thing, right? And you can see the people walk barefoot. The white sand doesn't burn you. You can walk midday barefoot. The white sand doesn't burn you. It's not. Yeah. Because the white sand is coral, and the coral, it's coral dust, right? And the coral doesn't absorb the heat of the sun. That's the only hospital of Aruba, right? The DV village here to the left-hand side is a 9-hole golf course. They have a 9-hole golf course. So if you like to play 18, you play it twice. So you see the pole at by the beach in the water. That is was the pier, where was the pier for the refinery was here. Now the next hotel is here. There's the Tamarack, the DV Tamarack. All these hotels belong to the DV, right? 4 hotels: the DV Village, DV Tamarack here, and the DV Dodge, the last one. 4 hotels. Yeah, they are all inclusive. They have total 13 restaurants. So if you stay by one of the DV, you have access. You have access to all the facilities. So you can change restaurant every day, right? So we are nearing the last stop, the Aloe Factory. We're gonna stay 30 minutes here. I like to show you I have a big group down there, so you have to wait some minutes. Yeah, look here you can see the cultivation of the aloe vera. Yeah, on the left, see nice green, right? And you can see all the DV trees in the garden. See the national tree, how they grow, they point to the west. On the right hand side this is a technical school. Yeah. It's APB, Educación Profesional Básico en Pavimento. Is our English, yeah. Professional basic education.
Factory, and this is very interesting. So if everybody can see the television screen, that will be perfect. I think that we have more room over here. And then you can see the actual leaf cutting, or the actual taking of the gel then. Okay. Alright, everybody, as you can see here we have the first television screen, and that shows the leaf cutting process. And for me, the most impressive is that it is still done by hand. It's very cool. But instead of a small knife, they have a special blade on the table, so the slicing is done very quickly, very efficiently. The next person then has a plastic spoon to scoop out the gel, so as little as possible goes to waste. The rest of the leaves will go back outside as fertilizer, and the gel itself gets liquefied. That bowl of water that I had outside with the gel in it, in your fridge, that would stay good 2 or 3 days. So it's like a fruit or like an apple. It spoils very quickly. So we do have to put preservatives on the aloe. Some products we have use coconut oil, others use shea butter and fragrances. So all of those other things are mixed in the second room. That is like the kitchen of the factory. In the left part of the factory floor, you can see the chemical and element mixers. They are numbered 1 through 5. And those are used for the lotions, creams, gels, shampoos, and conditioners. The soaps, bath bombs, and scrubs, lip balms, those are made in the soap factory. We have a separate soap factory. Next year, the only sunscreen available in Aruba will be the mineral sunscreen, and Aruba Aloe is the first company to have it on the market. So we're very proud of that, of course. Yeah. The after suns are very nice. They give an instant cooling sensation, repair skin, prevent peeling. So if you want to have a tan, if you peel, you're peeling off the tan also. So that's why it prevents peeling. The Alcoholada gel, here they added lidocaine. And that is a numbing agent. So it's good for pain relief, relaxing muscles, and mosquito bites also, that itching feeling. One of my favorites is the foot cream. Here they added shea butter, and at the end of the day, you rub some on your feet, it leaves your feet very soft, and you sleep like a drunk old man. See you tomorrow. Lastly, we have the Alhydrin. This is the medical cream. This has the highest concentration of the aloe vera gel. It is good for dry skin, itchy skin, eczema, psoriasis, and severe burns and scars. It is sold in over 60 countries, including Iraq, South Korea, and Israel. And that is because they use it, sadly, also for bombs and more war-type wounds. But still, we are very happy that we can provide help for them. Lastly, we have the Aruban coat of arms with the aloe plant in its first location to show the importance the aloe has to the history and culture of Aruba. Yes. So everybody, that was the tour. Thank you very much for coming. If you have questions for me, of course, you can ask me any questions. Here we have the online information if you would like to order the products. We have the store downstairs if you want to shop. And we have the museum with a restroom in it if you need to go to the restroom. Yes. Thank you guys very much. You're very welcome, everybody. Thank you. I hope there's no more bosses outside. You're welcome.
I wish you keep enjoying the rest of the day on the island and keep enjoying the rest of your vacation on the cruise. On behalf of the Palm Cruise, I'd like to thank you once again for visiting the island of Aruba. Also choosing the Palm Cruise for the activity on the island. So if no folks, I would like to invite you, come here, just spend 7-10 days to the island. You can explore the island of It's a small island. Yeah, the people are friendly. Yeah, 7-10 days.